Right, hello everybody. Hopefully you're all doing well. Hopefully I changed the setting. Yes, I did, so you can all hear me. Brilliant. Yeah, hopefully you guys are all doing well. Appreciate you stopping by. I'm going to be doing like a super chill out stream today. Basically, for those of you who may have missed it, I have posted my last video of 2023. That is like the last proper bit of content I guess I'm going to work on. I might do another stream before I go away for holiday. I don't know yet. That will be up to whether I can be... Either I have the energy and time to do so before I go away. But today's plan, as I say, we're just going to hop into the MegaWorld. We might fish for a bit. We might collect some stuff from a few farms. We might start planning, or continue, shall I say, planning the KingPun keep for a video in 2024. I won't be building anything of the actual castle. I'm just using wool at the moment to actually plan out where I want things. And it will be amazing just to see, because I've never actually properly planned things with wool. Believe it or not, this is the first build that technically I am properly, unquote, planning. I don't normally plan things like this. But I thought for a castle, my main mega base, my main eyepiece of this world, I guess, is what it's meant to be. I might as well plan it at least a bit. So, yeah, we're just going to hop straight in and just get straight to work. We're just going to hang out. Like, some of you may have seen the picture on Twitter. I've currently been working around the front of the castle. Still need to do a bunch more work this side. I'm not going to lie. I'm doing great. What about you, Elbeck? I'm doing brilliantly, by the way. Thank you for asking. Also, take care. Have a good one if you're heading out. I might genuinely, for at least starting off until I actually have the main castle built, I might not bother with any of the details. I might just leave it stone or whatever material I decide to build stuff out of. It's 11 PM here. I need to sleep. Honestly, Elbeck, take care then, bro. Have a good one. Sleep well. But yeah, I kind of want to go with like very basic. Because then, once the actual entire shape's in and I'm happy with it, I can then come back through and start texturing and adding in sort of gradients and stuff like that and figuring out how those work. So I think that's kind of how I want to do it. But yeah, as you can see, I've been busy at work figuring out, redesigning some of the towers and stuff. I have a bunch of wool. I also recently, literally, was it yesterday, day before? I have started to I actually refilled the lovely sheep farm, which, don't worry, this is a building we're going to be heavily remaking at some point. I might even make the roof like a rainbow color to like signify sheep. But yeah, it's I refilled all of the dispensers fully, so all the ones that aren't already full should be starting to produce more wool again, which is nice. Once we say hi and leave, and I'm making biscuits with friends at an appropriate shape. Zero, I appreciate you stopping by. Zero, actually, if you're still here in the chat, I don't know whether you can hear me or not. I assume so. At some point, maybe in the new year, I need to talk to you. Because I realized you're one of my subs, right? Let me just double check. Yeah, Zero, you're one of my subs. We need to make you an armor stand in this world. We need to decide where you want to be in this world. I'll decide that with you another time, though. If you're having cookies, if you're making cookies, should I say? Sorry. Enjoy making your cookies, but I will definitely chat about you with that. Chat about that with you soon. Soon, TM. For those of you who haven't seen the video as well, this is the street that we built in the most recent video. I love this street. It's great. Really, that'd be amazing. Yeah, basically, Zero, what it would be is, if you get a quick second to look at the stream, basically I have a mod that allows me to completely manipulate and move in exactly the positions I want to, armor stands. I can then basically grab your Minecraft skin's head, grab some clothing or some armor for it, and I can put you in the world doing anything you want to. And because I want to do a thing where my community become part of my story. I've actually a little bit of exciting news that you might like to hear. My wonderful partner, Mimi, brilliant at story writing. They have actually started to help me plan out the actual opening for the official story. Basically, how I came to the lands, how I... Where the uh-oh, wait, I know what this means. Uh-oh. If there's a villager out here, I know what it means. It means I haven't been keeping an eye on things, and it means... Oh, there's not as many down here as I thought. But yes, basically you guys can become part of the story. There's a few down here. I don't know how that one got out, but that's fine. I plan to let them populate the city as well eventually anyway. Anyway, going back up. But yeah, so I can let you decide where you want to put your armor stands, what you want to be doing. You could be randomly walking down a road, you could be in a shop eating something, you could be looking out over the ocean, so it can be anything. You can pick any of the builds within, well, anything I've built really. Mainly, I'm going to go with mainly Oakswind to start with. Oakswind and its surrounding areas. Because eventually, I might let some people go into Project Elder City. But that will have to wait and see at a later date. Right now, I want to kind of populate Oakswind with people and armor stands and I guess people just hanging around, stuff like that. Pretty cool stuff. But yeah, at night time again. Also, I swear to God, chat, right? From building in these videos, I never realized until I started making them how much time passes between making stuff. You think you're placing Oakswind, it's huge after all. See, that's the funny thing you say, Zero. This is only a third of it. It's going all the way around there. It's going around this side for an industrial district. And it's going to have, like, higher up, more, I guess the richer areas are going to be sort of, like, surrounding the castle. And then it's going to go outwards. So, yeah, by all means, feel free to pick a place that we've already built. You could be in tavern or whatever you want to. It's completely up to you. I can have you hold, I think, as far as I'm aware, any item as well. So if you wanted to, for example, say a person wanted to be a guard, I'm pretty sure I could have you with a shield and a sword. I think I could be wrong on that one. Definitely a sword. I could have you with a weapon, bow, whatever you want it to be. I can make. I have a mod for that now. And I think it's one of the coolest mods I've ever added to this world. Because I'm not going to lie, my initial plan for today's stream, chat, I was literally just going to start baking. As in, like, just go and collect, like, a bunch of different, like, foods and stuff, a bunch of different ingredients, and just start, like, learning some of the cookery mods. But I think I might leave that kind of thing until I've made the royal kitchen. Once I've made the kitchen inside the castle, so in 2024 somewhere, that's when I think I'm going to do that. But, oh, I guess I should probably show as well. As you can see, I've started to build the front of the castle up a bit, some of the shaping as well. I've got an interesting idea for how I want this to look. I don't know if it's going to work, if I'm entirely honest with you, chat. I'm kind of winging half of this stuff on a whim and praying for the fucking best. So, I am sure as hell going to try to do these awesome things. Because does that mean that that wall would need to be... Yeah, a wall would need to be there. And it would come along here. At that point. Yeah, Oakswind is massive. Feel free to have some thought over it. And just, next time you're in stream, next time I stream, because, like I said, I might do another one before the year ends. Again, it's all dependent on what kind of time I have, because I still need to pack to go away, which hopefully I'm going to start packing on Wednesday. Once I have everything from Christmas and stuff like that. By the way, for those of you who are in here now, just in case I don't get to say it to you guys before it actually gets here and you didn't watch the video, have a very happy holidays. I appreciate all of you. You all deserve the best. Make sure you eat your fill of food. Make sure you enjoy your presents and enjoy your time with your loved ones. You all deserve the world. You really, really do. But thank you very much for supporting me this year. This is genuinely the start of something big for me, guys. This entire, I guess the last few months have just been a planning process. Testing things. In the new year, I'm starting to get into the swing of actually making these videos. You're going to be seeing a lot more into the new year. So look forward to that, chat. Yes, Zero, take care. Have a wonderful... Love you guys as well, mate. Have a wonderful rest of your... Like, you guys mean the world to me, man. Like, genuinely, thank you for supporting me so much this year, all of you. I definitely want to do more streams in the new year, but what I think I'm going to do is, I guess my streams are going to be more of a casual thing, whereas the videos are... Well, it's all casual, I guess, but I don't want to schedule. If I'm entirely honest, chat, I don't want to say to people, okay, I'm going to schedule a stream for this day, because I can't guarantee that I can keep that promise. But what I can guarantee for you guys is that if I'm working on a video and I'm doing something like maybe a build, or I need to sort of just collect a bunch of resources, or I just want to hang out, I'm going to stream it. Like, absolutely, I'm going to stream it. So I will be trying my best. Trying my best to get a lot of stuff done. Thank God for fucking feather falling. Otherwise, I probably would have died a few times over building this place. Oh, need more green dye. Green dye? Green wool. This one. Yeah. I'm very excited about the new year. I really am. Like I say, finally starting to plan the castle, my home. Planning is coming into effect. Preparations are being made. It's going to be wonderful. Right, let's finish off this little bit over here like I was. And I'm glad that a bunch of you guys are on the ride for it. Like, honestly, I've been having like some of my mates as well, and friends of mine and stuff like that, message me, like, and big, honestly, a very big one that's doing it right now, Nominal Gravy. If you guys haven't, go and fucking check out Nom already. I've had messages over the last couple of weeks sort of saying like, oh, honestly, seriously, like, good work on your video, and it's nice to see you like taking advice into account. So it's been really like motivating seeing like feedback for like that. It's great. It really does make me want to do more, and it also makes me realize that I'm going in the right direction. I'm doing things right. I was never going to be a person which was going to go, okay, I'm going to do things this way, it doesn't work, what, like, that's it, I'm going to stick there. I'm going to do what I do best, but I'm going to constantly adapt. That is a given. I will always try my best to constantly adapt to every single thing I do. Tower. Do I want them as tall, or do I want them taller than this? That's the question. I think there. Yeah, super looking forward to the new year. I'm also looking forward to a good holiday. I've never like actually traveled anywhere, chat. This is my first time flying, and I'm nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I'm terrified of heights. I'm nervous, but I'm also so excited. I'm just super excited. I'm gonna see my partner again as well. I'm gonna actually be able to see Mimi. It's gonna be great. Shame it's only 2 weeks, but you know, there's a chance that if all goes well, within the next sort of 12 months or so, I could end up moving in with them. Who knows? We'll have to see what goes, chat. There is that chance. Obviously, I will say, if that does happen, it's not a matter of if, when that happens. Obviously, I'm probably going to have to take a bit of a break from content, because, you know, I'm moving from where I am now to where I'm going to be. You know, it's a big, lengthy process that needs to be, you know, thought out and properly taken care of. Because I've never done this before. It's new to me, chat. But it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. I know that much. Because what I might actually do on the second is that, okay, what I'm thinking, chat. This here, right? Initial hallway, main hallway. You walk in through the front door of the castle. There's going to be a hallway with some armor stands and stuff like that, and just a bunch of cool bits and pieces. There's going to be some off-cut rooms. I don't know quite what these are going to be for yet. Maybe like a little lounge or something, or just like an extra room. I don't know yet. But then, for example, over this side, again, I don't know what some of these rooms are going to be. I might even extend, because this here is going to be like another hallway. The hallway is only going to have 2 doors, which I might actually move the door from here to like here. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Oh, I did that perfectly. Door to there because I don't like it being there. And then this here, I'm not entirely sure. This might be like crew quarters, because the thing I've got to realize, right, is this is gonna have catacombs, a first floor, a second floor, and possibly higher bits in towers. That's what I need to like realize. It's the first time in a long time that I have planned a build of this. That's what I was gonna do when I came back on. I wasn't gonna build. I was gonna try and flatten this in hill so I can work on it and then terraform around it. That might be what we do, chat. We might work on... Fuck it, yeah. Give me something to do. So this bugs me. I may fix that at some point, I don't know. Let me put all the blocks where they need to be. Some in there, there we go. Right. Grab my bed, let's sleep. I'm even gonna leave that in there for now. Sleep a moment, then we can crack on. So I hope the music level's okay and it's not too like quiet. If it is, then I'll turn it up. Yeah, there's a reason I put a beacon up here. A lot of this hill is very jank, but there's going to be a lot of terraforming need to be done. I'm planning to make the castle look like it's merged into the ground anyway. But obviously, there's a lot of planning that needs to go into place for this castle, because not only am I building the castle, I'm building the fucking, well, not part of the castle build. The castle build will be a thing in itself, but I'm going to be building the giant tree as part of it. Like, some of its roots are going to be like wrapping around the castle and stuff, so it looks like... I think the whole story idea we had was that it was a tree that I planted when I built this kingdom. Like, that was like the first, other than my starter house, that was the first thing that signified this kingdom was going to be the tree. And then something happened magic-wise and made it go boom to the sky. That's basically the whole idea behind the tree. Oakswind's great oak is, you know, a symbol of hope. Power, even, maybe. I don't know. Why the fuck is there an axolotl here? No, not an axolotl. A fucking... What are you called? I forgot the name of you. Ocelot. Why did I say axolotl? Ocelot. It's an ocelot. What? They normally spawn in jungles. The jungle was down there. How the f did you get all the way up here? But either way, we're just going to start tearing down and flattening out this hill, basically, is the idea. I'm actually going to do this as interval levels, like, of 2. Just because it's going to be easier to destroy. Rather than do it layer by layer and it just look weird. I'm going to keep the coal. Oh, and there's some iron here, why not? grab the coal. What is this? Is it just like, oh, it's just a drop-off cliff. Cliff? Why did I say cliff so weird? Why is there so much coal here? Holy shit. I've got 40 already and there's still more. Was that like 2 coal veins? Or is this just like a mega vein of coal? That was legitimately over a stack of coal ore from one area. What the fuck? Okay, fair enough. Oh, I should probably go and grab a bunch of shulker boxes because it's probably going to be worth me keeping all this resource, especially for when it comes to like building later. I'm probably gonna, well, like I say, I don't know quite what I want to build the castle out of yet. Like all this we've got built currently is subject to change because, like I say, I don't think I'm gonna give it all this fancy design like this. I say fancy, this sort of design. I think the walls, that's fine for. The towers and the walls, that's fine for. I want to think of something unique for the castle. I don't want something that's just the same old generic shit that I do. If I'm going to be changing something, I'm going to fucking change it. Like, if I'm going to do something properly, I'm going to do it properly. I'm not going to half-ass it. Well, I can take these 3. Let's just grab a bunch, because I don't know exactly how much I'm going to be tearing down. Plus, I'm probably going to use them eventually anyway. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's go with 9. Oh, well, that's perfect. That's exactly how many inventory slots I had. Alright. Yeah, I'm going to go over to where the beginning of the castle is and sort of throw down a bunch of, I'm actually going to put them down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I am going to somewhat try and organize this, but a lot of them are probably just going to be very generic. That can go in there. They can actually all go in there for a minute. So I just want my bed. I have tea and cake as well. I don't know why I have slices of cake with me, but I will gladly take the speed bonus they give. Also, they're not bad food in all fairness. They give you a speed bonus for like 20 seconds. And it also like re-gives you 1 hunger back. The 1 full hunger thing. I thought it was only half heart, but no, it doesn't. Right. Either way, we have cake. Let's continue tearing this down. Maybe this is something I should be time-lapsing, but no, I don't really care that much. It's on stream, so I'm just going to say it's fucking done on stream. There is some content I want to make it so it is your guys' almost exclusive. It also incentivizes people that watches my videos to also then watch the stream. Because there might be some stuff that you might see on the stream which you might never get, and also if people want their own characters and shit. World. There we go. If people want their own characters to be put within this world, then... Oh, why is internet dropped massively? Hang on, chat. Are we still good? We still here? Hello? I do not know what the hell happened there, chat. But, so for those of you who, like, watch the stream and stuff, and then end up, like, dropping a sub or whatever, the people that then are subbed are then open to getting their own person put in the world. Their own armor stand type thing with their head on it and that. If you need to send me, like, your Minecraft in-game usernames, which I might end up building a channel for so I can keep on track of everything. In all fairness, I'm not gonna lie, chat, in 2024, one of my biggest things I want to work on, as much obviously, yes, it's videos and trying to get all that stuff up and running properly. It's community. I am going to be honest with you, I do not know the fuck how to grow a community, how to run a community. Like, I have a Discord, yes, cool. I'm part of BTP, cool, whatever. It's just me hanging out with friends. I don't know really what it actually means to have a community like that. Like, create a community. But that's something I want to learn in the new year. I want to learn some of the Discord stuff, just in case I ever need to do that. Maybe if things end up picking up, I'll even try to actually look into more mods and stuff like that. I want to make like a team of people that will help me with like stuff like streams, moderation, and in all fairness, people that are just willing to like hang out. I want to do times where sometimes I might even just hop in a Discord call and just work in this world. If I'm not planning on recording something, I'll just hop in and just play, and people can like join in and watch and just hang out with me. And I want to do so many cool things. There's so much shit I want to do. But obviously it all starts somewhere. That's the biggest thing, chat. It all starts somewhere. Every great journey starts within a single step. And 2024, I'm going to be taking that step. I might be a fucking goofball, but I'm a goofball with some ambition. I'm a goofball with some ideas. That's what I'm going to be bringing forward. And of course I got fucking ambition and ideas. Have you seen the builds I'm working on? Have you seen the whole story idea that I'm fucking going with? Like, you guys haven't even seen the beginning of the story stuff yet, really. It's really interesting, though, the way I'm doing it, because the whole idea of the story, obviously, it's a story that I come up with over the time of me playing this world, and whatever I build in it, whatever lore I put behind things, it will all be eventually intertwined into one tangible story, right? But in my eyes, I'm working in the future, because I'm going to be building things, I'm going to do things, and then I'm going to reference back to these things within the story, just in a more, I guess, story way is the best way I can put it, where it actually goes like Tex walked across the grassy plains and saw like bright future, like saw potential. That was the word I was looking for. Like potential shit. Like, even though technically it's all things that I've already done, but it's going to be me referencing back, because basically the entire point of the story, other than like say the Elder King stuff, it's telling of the history of this world. That's what the entire story is how it came to be, how I became a king, how I decided to create a kingdom by the name of Oakswind, why I created that, and everything else in between. That's the whole point of the story. And I just can't wait someday to be able to share all that with you. Obviously, I'll be telling you bits and pieces as we go. But, I'm, believe it or not, chat, I might be pretty good at talking. I'm not very good at writing. So, like I say, lucky enough, because I've got Mimian, they've offered to essentially help, like, ghostwrite is the best way I think they called it. Because they write all the time. They're very good at story writing. And they're kind of going to be essentially helping me by taking the ideas and information I'm giving them and turning it into a cohesive story. Like, turning it into, like, actual story terms and proper, like, paragraphs and all this stuff of how it would actually all fit together in a way that's easily readable. So I'm going to be giving them the building blocks, and I'm giving them the Lego pieces, and they're just using their knowledge of how to build Lego to put the Lego together. That is essentially what the story is going to be at the moment. I'm going to have big inputs on... They've already said to me that if there's anything that I'm unsure of or want to be in a certain way, to tell them, and that they can change it, they can work things around. I love my partner so much, man. Honestly, I can't wait for the future, just because... Not just myself growing and stuff like that. I can't wait to grow with them. Because you can bet your fucking sweet ass that I'm fucking, you know... taking them up with me. If I end up growing and end up getting big, all my friends are coming up with me, bro. I will not leave people behind. Those of you who have shown me kindness, those of you who have helped me, been there for me, that kindness and that debt will be repaid. I can promise you that. It might not be now, it might not be in a couple of years, it might take 10 years, it might take 15, could take me half a lifetime. Who knows? That debt will be repaid. I'm a man of my word. If I set my mind to something and say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it in my own way. On my own terms. Not anybody else's. But I'm so excited to see how I get there. I really, really am. I cannot wait. So excited about everything. Also, can I just say, I do have to add, obviously, I know I did a haha funny bit for Christmas. It feels so weird seeing my character wear fucking red. I'm so used to purple. Like, I saw it, I was watching one of my previous MegaWorld videos before I actually put the Christmas outfit on. And obviously, for the last few weeks, obviously, I've just been fucking working with this on. But, oh my god, it feels so much better looking back on my videos and seeing the purple. It feels so strange wearing red. Why am I down here? I need to be up there working. Procrastination. Oh, actually, another thing I should mention on stream, just quickly before we continue. I have actually gone in and started to properly... You may have seen my food source has changed since the videos. I actually went through, figured out because I turned mob griefing off, the farmers couldn't harvest their crops and also couldn't breed, apparently. So I turned that shit off immediately. So now if a creeper blows up, I'm in trouble. And it will destroy something that I'll have to rebuild, but that's fine. I actually filled out, other than the end one, I filled out the majority of the farmers. We can now get infinite golden carrots, and I can get infinite money because a bunch of these guys have pumpkin and melon trades. Melon more so, but eventually I'm going to be making I've got a manual farm for them right now. Eventually I'm going to make automatic. I tell you one thing that would be cool. So they've added in the new snapshots a auto crafter, right? I reckon it'd be broken as fuck, I know. But the idea of an auto trader, so you could like have an auto crafter and a big redstone system which brings emeralds or these items over. They get thrown into the machine. The machine would then auto trade with a bunch of villagers for the same items. You could then make technically almost any kind of block farm. Anything that can be traded can then be turned into a farm. I know it to a certain degree, I guess it kind of makes it massively overpowered. But if they added auto crafters, that's already making things massively overpowered. So the potential is there. It's just, again, dependent on which route they decide to take it, I guess. I say, with them changing a bunch of things in this update, it makes me... Now, they've added something as big as an auto crafter. I genuinely think there is a massive redstone update coming. Like, it genuinely would not surprise me with all the stuff that we've been seeing with, like, the auto crafter, with all the new copper stuff. It makes me generally think something like copper cables and, like, just in a massive rework to redstone is on its way. I don't know why. I got a funny hunch, a funny feeling that they're just gonna drop it out of nowhere, like a big update, and it's gonna be like a tech update basically. And I think the idea of that's pretty cool. You know, it's probably I would say it's needed. It's not particularly needed, but it also, for I know a lot of the people, especially a lot of redstone people, if it was something that would make redstone almost simpler to learn. Like, there's a lot to learn when it comes to redstone, and any kind of mod, I guess, at that point, or like machinery, yes, would take a while to learn. But I feel like at the moment, redstone is, it's, I think, way overcomplicated to what it needs to be. This is coming from a guy that doesn't fucking know redstone. I know what redstone dust is. I know what a torch is. I know what a repeater does. You know, that's about it. There's some very basic mob farms that use certain bits of redstone parts that I know how to make. Anything else, I need a fucking tutorial for. I cannot build those myself. I do not have the knowledge of redstone to do all that myself. It's coming down, it's coming down. Because I think what I'm going to do is bring it all down to, like, this level. Basically, everything above here will be knocked back. It means that I can still put the outline over the top. I as you can see, I don't even really know what sort of rooms I want to add to this place. I'm trying to think of what, because that's that L shape. That's going to be a lounge, which there's going to be a door over here, which will lead into probably here. That will lead into. This is going to be like the main ballroom slash throne room. There's going to be a big dining hall upstairs above it, which is going to have like a bunch of big windows that look directly out the sides and stuff. I've got some cool ideas, but I cannot remember, chat, the last time that I built an actual castle. It's been like years since I've built a proper castle in Minecraft. But it's something I wanted to come back to. It's something that I've wanted to do for ages, so I'm coming back to it. And like I say, with it being essentially the centerpiece of my mega base, which is Oakswind, it's going to be real interesting to see how this all comes together. I am just filling up boxes with copious amounts of crap. Copious amounts of crate. I have cider here as well. How the fuck? Chat, we're in December, right? If I see that correctly, there is a small fucking ladybird walking up my wall. Where the... First of all, my window is shut. Where did you come in from? Second of all, why are you here? What the fuck? Sorry. I saw something. Basically, the way that my setup is, right, is that you have my monitor, and then behind that you have my like big my ring light that I use, and from the side where like the light reflects off the wall, I just saw something dark moving across. I'm thinking, ah, fuck, it's another spider. That's not. That is a fucking small ladybird. How did you get in here? How did you get up there? That is so... I did not think... It's funny because somebody at work as well, a customer the other day, I was serving somebody and literally they came through and like, they pulled their own bag out they bought from home. And oh, I didn't think I'd see that this time of year. And I sort of looked over like, what's wrong? And there was a fucking ladybird on there. And I was like, how long have they been in your, I guess, car? I don't know where they kept it. But how long have they been there is my question. Like, this is bro's first time seeing the light in like months. Yeah, it does make me laugh. That's weird. That's two in this time of year. That is two ladybirds I've seen in the last week. What the fuck? That's so strange. So strange. Hello, Q. I'm just gonna tank through it all. I'm just gonna break through it all. Yeah, I generally hope you guys are all doing well, though. You deserve to all be doing well. I hope you guys are having a good holiday season. It's weird, though. I must admit. It doesn't feel like Christmas this year. Like, it doesn't feel like Christmas this year. I've had a few different people, both colleagues, friends, customers. they've all said it. Everybody said it. It does not feel like Christmas this year. Like, I feel like there's no specialty to it. There's no like hype built up this year as there normally is every year. I feel like everybody's just trying to, almost just trying to get through the year. And they're sort of just like more like, they're more so taking the approach of, is it over yet this year? It just doesn't feel like Christmas at all. Like, there's no Christmas spirit around. I have literally heard, what? Hang on. 5? Maybe if I'm lucky. 5 customers say Merry Christmas to me in the last month, almost. Like, in the last, like, 3 weeks. Which is, again, it's odd. It's not like people not to. Normally, especially when you work retail, like, people, I mean, you say it to people, people constantly say it to you. That's what it was last year. Whereas this year, I've heard, like I say, like, maybe 5 people say it. It doesn't feel like Christmas this year. It has certainly come around quick, though. But then again, now I think about it, for me, the majority of my life, majority of life in general has sort of just gone very quickly ever since I booked those tickets to go and see my partner in January. So, you know, one to talk, I know. I'm going to be changing these roofs as well. I want purple roofs up here. I'm going to be changing them for some, like, a mix of, like, blue terracotta and purple concrete and amethyst and stuff like that, making, like, a gradient. Fill that up, fill that up. Get rid of the seeds. Don't need them. Yeah, I'm basically going to be knocking it majority flat, because I can always terraform over there. So all these caves are going to be covered over, but these caves are going to help me massively later when I decide to build the catacombs. So all this stuff down here kind of works out. But yeah, it's been a very strange year this year. That is a pretty big iron vein. Is this the start of a mega vein? That's what that makes me think. Iron here, there, and everywhere. Coal. Yeah, I don't know whether you guys have been getting the same feeling or not, but that's what I've been feeling this year. The one thing I am glad about that happened from this year is I finally started to find a method of making videos that make me happy. With this world, I've always had this idea in the back of my mind for this world. This idea is probably the best part of 5 years old, if not more. Like the actual initial idea behind it. But I was just never in a place long enough, because I tried doing it, like building some of these builds, some of you may remember, on multiplayer servers. I tried to build the Elder King, for example, and stuff like Botscraft. I had some of these ideas from back in the Box SMP days that I wanted to make some stuff, but I never was able to do things fast enough. It always got to the point where some law bit was happening or something would happen on the server, or what, no matter what server I was on, whether it's friends or a completely different thing, that everything kept ending and I wasn't able to continue with them. And I kind of thought, well, at that point, fuck it, I'm just going to make a single player world then. And that's when this place was born. That's the thing, I need to put a sign somewhere saying on what day this world was made. Because that's what I need to make at some point, a museum in Oakswind. It's going to need to be a pretty big building. It's going to hold a multitude of different things. But yeah, I just kind of use this time to hang out, so I might talk about a bunch of stuff at points. I might just go quiet for a bit. I don't know, chat. It doesn't matter anymore. Because one of the biggest bits of advice I was ever given is that if you want to grow, you want to create a community, you want to create something. Don't stick your content to one medium. Like, for example, you're a streamer. Great, you're a streamer. Your streams are doing really well. Great, cool. Don't just stream. Make YouTube videos as well. Because the more audience you can drag in on multiple platforms, the more reach you have because you are on multiple platforms. The different algorithms you're going to hit might be different between platforms. And then you can also just bring in eventually those other, I guess, socials, communities that you've then built back to where you currently are. And just bring everything together. And it's huge. It's big. It gives you so much more freedom to like do stuff. Oh no, not that. Because you can then merge all of them is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I built that on top of a tree. That's why it was so high up. I got rid of the tree eventually, but that is why if some people are thinking, why the fuck did he build the beacon so high up? That's why. Gonna keep on digging. But yeah, I definitely want to do like less. Okay, so it's weird, chat. I want to put more pressure on myself in 2024 to do things by putting less pressure on myself. Like this year, I tried for a good like portion of this year to try and do it where I was streaming a certain amount of times per week. That I was trying to like stream on certain days. I was trying to figure out when I can stream on certain days. But the break I took and then coming back and then sort of going, oh, you know what, I'm just going to stream if and when I can, has made me so much happier because in the meantime, rather than me having to focus solely on streaming, I've been able to do these other things. I've been networking, talking to some cool people. I've taken parts in certain degrees in other servers. Yes, I know it sounds stupid. I feel super bad because I've only been on Christmas SMP this year like twice. That's because of all the other shit I had going on and all the other projects that I've been sort of like working on and or working towards. Life got in the way. Granted, there's still at least like sort of a week, maybe 2 weeks left of it. I could hop on at some point. It's like one thing that I really wanted to be there for, but in the end couldn't be, was their ball. Like the big ball dance like thing they were going to have. There's already been 2 of those that have happened. It happened on 2 different dates. And I wasn't able to make either of them. Which is sad, I know, but at the end of the day, the show goes on. Whether I'm there or not. And I think it's that. Not necessarily anything from like Christmas SMP or anything, but just in general, that idea that no matter what I do, time and everything else keeps moving on. And I think that's why I came to the decision that at the end of the day, in the words of Miles Morales, nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. Like, I've always been like trying to think, oh, there's deadlines. I hate giving deadlines. I absolutely hate deadlines for certain things because of the way that my brain works. I like to just be able to drop and pick things up if and when I want to. For example, this fucking world. There was a time where I went through months and not picking stuff up. Like, I'm going to join SMPs and hang out with people and interact with people. I will do that gladly. But I'm not going to chain myself to that. Before, I kind of had the mentality of, I'm going to join one thing and I can't join any more because I don't have any brain power for it. But that was because my brain was going, okay, yeah, I'm part of this server. I'm going to be working on only this server now. I'm going to be working on only this thing for a while. And I'm like, why am I doing that to myself? Also, hello, Jan. How you doing? Hope you're well. Appreciate you stopping by. But yeah, I've been putting way too much pressure on myself. So I'm going to try to put less pressure on myself in certain areas, whilst then putting more pressure on myself in different areas. Like I say, it's going to be very interesting to see how the fuck it works, but it will work. Why is Discord just dying? Doing alright? Can I brag for a second? Of course. Of course, you can brag. I love hearing about your guys' days. Brag away. As long as it's not like somebody promoting a fucking somebody else's channel or something like that. I don't really care what you guys talk about, as long as it's not offensive or, you know, within reason. But, you know, common sense. You use your common sense. If it's something that you feel like can be said on stream, because there's a chance if I see it, I'm going to talk about it. But yeah, if it's something like that and you feel like you can brag about it, be my guest. Be my guest. I love hearing about your guys' achievements and days. When I'm doing all this stuff, streaming and talking about all the stuff that I want to do. Did I hit a 500-day milestone or something very bad? I'm really proud of myself. I think I can imagine what that is, and if it is what I think it is, I'm so fucking proud of you. Honestly, you've been smashing it. Like, genuinely. I'm glad that you are so much happier in yourself, and I'm glad that you are doing wonderful now. You deserve to be doing well. I'm proud of you. I know not a lot of people say it to a lot of people often enough, but I will always praise people whenever they hit their milestones on things. I praise my friends up, I praise my partner up, I praise family up and stuff like that. I will always praise people because it's not heard enough throughout communities. So I am fucking proud of you. Good shit. Good stuff. Let's go repair the shovel before I just forget that I'm using it and break it. Repair my light truss in there as well. Hell yeah, exactly. Hell fucking yeah. How are you though? What's up? I am doing good. I'm currently working on flattening out some of the mountain that we're building the KingPun keep on, because I was trying to build over it, but I realized the way I built it is a very silly way. So I'm kind of just like, fuck it, we're tearing down the mountain, I'm going to rebuild it. Or tearing down the top of the mountain, and then I plan to rebuild it. When I build it, basically, once I got the foundations of the castle in, I'm then going to work on, like, terraforming the area around it. But not with... Oh, hang on, let me turn that off. Not with just some, like, normal fucking, like... Oh, I'm just going to go, okay, I'm just going to put this small hill here, this small hill here. As in, I want, like, jagged rocks around it. I want, like, things that will, like, protrude out in terms of, like, stone walls. Like properly terraform that bottom part. It's going to look great. I'm going to need to shoot something with the bows. Yeah, I was pretty sure that was what I was going to take. Kobe. Got it. Got his dumb ass. But yeah, this might be my last stream of the year. This might not be. I might stream again. Who knows? Depending on what free time I get, will be dependent on whether I stream again this year. Because I'm working Christmas Eve and Boxing Day. I'm working then most of next week. But as of the end of Friday next week, I am then on holiday. But I technically don't actually leave. Like, my flight isn't until the 3rd, I think. Yeah, 3rd. So technically I have like 3 or 4 days once I've packed to kind of just chill. So I might try and stream within those 3 or 4 days. I don't exactly know yet, but we will see when we get there, chat. We will see when we get there. Yeah, hopefully, like I say, you guys are all having a wonderful day and all having a wonderful holiday season. One thing I want to check whilst I'm here, actually. Joseph Ramber. So Ramber I need to ask. Zero I asked earlier, which I'll sort out. Don I need to when I see him again. Morbid Kit Kat. I'm not entirely sure who that is, but I see it's somebody that has subbed. Same thing with Zinks. Dancer, I recognize the name. But I'll have to look into that one. It's just people I need to make armor stands for. Trying to figure that shit out as well. Might as well repair all my tools whilst I'm here, eh? Yeah, I just kind of wanted to like hang out today. I was planning on doing this work anyway. I was going to be like working on the world, tearing down stuff, and I thought at that point, why the fuck not just stream it? I'm not particularly talking to anybody at the minute. I could just hang out and do the cool thing with chat. So that is kind of what I'm here doing. I'm just doing the thing. Gold. Gold. Shit. Actually, how bad is the backup at the moment? None? None at all. You're telling me there is not a backup? I was already burning, so no, there is no backup. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Let's go. Also, I need to... One thing I do want to do in the new year afterwards, I might work on it after I've worked on the castle a bunch. I do not know whether I'm going to build the entire castle in one video or whether it's going to have to be stretched out over a couple. I do not know. I don't even know if it's all going to be built in one hit or whether it's going to take me weeks to build it. Or I don't know, chat. But one thing I do want to work on next year, we've got a couple of different projects I want to work on. The first one, obviously, being the castle. I'm going to be working on the KingPun keep and setting that up. Second is going to be the nether hub. I want to work on actually trying to set up the ideas of another hub. And obviously, the third one that I have I have more ideas for at the moment is Project Elder City. I want to continue work on the Elder King and stuff like that in the new year. But like I say, the first big project we're going to be working on is the castle area. So that's going to be our hyper focus for a little bit until we decide otherwise. I should probably bring all the shulkers up here so I don't have to keep running back, but who gives a shit? Who quite literally gives a single shit? I'm just going to be tearing all this out anyway. But yeah, I'm glad you guys are doing well. Glad you guys are doing very well. Appreciate each and every one of you. Again, I know I said it earlier, I'm going to say it again, but genuinely from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys for your support this year. Whether you've been somebody that's been hanging by a stream, somebody's been hanging out in the Discord, somebody that's been watching the videos, no matter who you are, how long you've been around for, how long you've watched my stuff for, no matter anything like that. Thank you for this year, because I think I know the way I want to take my content going forward. At least for this sort of amount of time, I know which way I want to take it, and it's just a case of practicing now. Me making the 3 videos, well technically 2, because you know one of them was an intro video, but me making the MegaWorld videos has really opened my eyes to the kind of content I want to make. And honestly, yes, obviously they take a while, and I have to get better at like pacing myself rather than trying to do everything at once and stuff. I adore this new style of video. Like, I really adore this new style of video. I've been having so much fun because it's weird, chat. So sometimes I get it where like, I can't build stuff for a while. I get a bit of builder's block, we call it. Block. No, but builder's block. And then I'll get random bursts of motivation where I can just build things. But I feel like with me building these videos, this is what I was saying earlier about I want to not put pressure on myself by putting pressure on myself. My brain has been going, oh, it's been a little while, I want to make a video, I need to make a video. I'm going to try and aim, I know I don't like normally making deadlines, but a loose deadline of when I come back, a video potentially every 2 weeks, if not every month. A video every month, if it's not able every 2 weeks. So what that then means is that I have the time to spend it. Knowing that I need to make a video gives me motivation to work on stuff more. I mean, you guys saw in the last video what I can do in my motivations there. Oh, game. Literally in what? a week. No, not even a week, a couple of days. Even in a couple of days, I managed to make a, I made basically an entire city street. I rebuilt the bakery and I built a blacksmith. That is 8 different builds in less than a week. So I was very proud of that. I was very proud of that. Not gonna lie, chat. Not gonna lie. But I can't always do it like that. I'm not gonna be one of those YouTubers which will go, oh, I built 8 buildings in this video. Now I've got to build 10 in this next one. Then I've got to build 12. If I spend an entire fucking episode working on one build, so fucking be it. I don't care, because the whole idea was that it's not necessarily meant to be a hugely narrative, ironically enough, I said this before, narrative based thing, like a lot of people's like building and survival let's play videos are structured. This is meant to be more of a relaxed, just, I have an idea for a cool thing, I want to bring you guys along for the journey. I'm not going to necessarily put massive YouTuber energy on it. I'm just going to build things. I might put some energy on some of it, but I just want to show you guys what I'm doing. That is literally what the world is. It's just my chance to show off to you guys what I'm doing. I was going to be doing this whether I was making fucking videos on it or not. If all my legacy was a world download and, you know, a fucking screenshot or a folder of screenshots in this place, so be it. I decided I want to stream. I decided I wanted to make videos on this. This, I know I've made the joke and said it before. This is my magnum opus of ideas. This is kind of my, you know how some content creators will go, oh, I really wanted to fight for this, so I'm just gonna work constantly. I'm gonna put everything into it, even at my own expense. This is my all or nothing. If this world doesn't like pop off anywhere, nothing I do will. And now I know some people may hear that and think, oh, that's a very bad way of looking at it. I'm not looking to pop off. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm just saying that if anything's going to, it's the idea for this world and the stories that it's going to create. Stories that me and my partner are going to create. This is the brainchild of the majority of every ounce of creativeness, imagination, everything that I have in me. This is me giving it my all. This entire world, its story, maybe the cinematics I make along the way, the videos I make along the way, this is my make or break. And I don't care whether it does well. If it does well, brilliant. If it picks up, brilliant. But this is me putting all my ideas and all my having the most fun I can with the game while still creating some sort of a story. This is me putting it all into one. It isn't no lore SMP. It isn't no big group project with a bunch of friends. It's something I'm doing off my own back. I've now got my partner involved to help me write certain things. The only things that are going to be written are still ideas that I have given them and given, like, the things that I've built. The things that have come out of my mind are what's created by all this. It's lagging. Give it a second. There we go. And I think that's special. I think it's special because you see people that will create like giant landscapes and that. The majority of people you'll find actually made that stuff with like world edit and stuff like that. I want to, do you know what I really want? I want to build things in this world that one day somebody will look at and go, oh, he built that using world edit. And then I can turn around to them and go, no, I built everything by hand. And show the statistics off to prove it. That is what I want. It's to build something magical, the best way I can put it. It's cheesy, I know. But I feel like that's the entire thing I'm about here over on this channel. Over like with my content, it's I make puns and dad jokes. I make silly little things. I give inspiration. I say inspirational. I give like motivational messages to people and that. I'm here to make people's lives better, even if it's just by a smile. A smile is all it takes to change somebody's day. And I love just doing this stuff. It's something which I do not see anytime soon getting old. It's something I can see myself doing well into my 30s and gone. I'm 22 right now. This is something I can see myself doing for a longevity. Like it's great. I love this world. I actually adore it. And it's so crazy for me to think that technically I'm currently 3,587 days into this world, right? I technically am still in the infancy of this world. The story's not fully written yet. The builds aren't done. You know, once the majority of the builds are done, or certain builds are done to a point where I'm happy with them, I can then start properly developing story for them. I can tell a certain amount of lore by my world and what I put in it, but it's the story that I'm going to write around it which is really going to bring everything together. And I'm so fucking thankful for my partner in wanting to help me with this, because this is going to become, as much as I'm giving the ideas, there's some things which I have planned, I don't even know if they realize yet, that is going to bring them into this world in a much larger way, play a much more crucial role within this story. And it's going to become our world, not just mine. I may be the mastermind behind everything. I may be the fucking go-getter with all this stuff. But this is as much their world as it is mine. What's mine is theirs. And that's what I'm excited about, is once we start getting to a certain point, there's times where I'm in a corner and working on something, I'm like, hun, what do you think we should do with this? What do you think would be a cool idea for this? And I'm trying to figure this out. I need some inspiration for this. And they'll send me things. They have already influenced a ton of stuff in this world just by sending me shit and coming up with ideas with me in calls. Like I say, this is as much of their world as I might be building it. I might have, like, say, the initial story idea, but this is going to become our thing. And I'm super happy about it. I'm also super, like, not annoyed. I'm, like, super, I feel bad. I feel bad is the way that I'm trying, because they do a lot of their own story writing, and I've got a funny feeling that with a certain amount, they're always going to work on their own stuff, as I've always told them to, because, you know, they're super talented and deserve the world. But I think that this is going to be the bit of story writing that's going to take both of us places. I don't know. It's things that I guess only time will tell, chat. Is the best way I can put it. Time is a powerful thing. And I have all the time in the world. I have all the time in the world to work on shit. It's the exact reason why I didn't put a deadline on any of the shit I do in this. Yes, I may decide I want to make videos once a month, maybe twice a month if I'm lucky. But that's fine. Maybe one day I get to a point where maybe I have an editor, or maybe get to a point where I've picked up enough speed at editing myself that I can produce a video a week. If not video every couple of days, you know. It's not going to be every couple of days, let's be honest, with the builds and everything. It's going to be at least a video a week. That is my ultimate end goal, is a video a week. Right now I'm going to test out a video every 2 weeks as a soft goal, but as sort of more of a harsher goal, I'm going to say at least a video a month that I'm going to put out. It's going to probably be, it could be anywhere between sort of 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes. It could basically be anywhere between 15 minutes and an hour, basically, depending on how long it takes between videos. If I think that, oh, I'm going to take my time with this one, then I'm probably going to make the video longer to you know, make up for me not posting within that certain amount of time. But yeah, it's again something I'm just excited to see which way the world takes me, both this world and the real world. I'm hoping that within the next year or so, the world will take me to moving in with my partner. Once I've done that, if I've got a job, brilliant. If we end up finding our own place and I can, like, it's life, man. I'm so excited for life. I'm so glad. I have not said these words in a long time. I'm so glad I'm alive, chat. I am so glad I'm alive. I really am. Like, things may seem shit sometimes, because let's be honest, the world can be seriously shit sometimes. But that is never all the world is. That is never all the world is. I'm so glad to be in the position I am. And Christ, if one day I could get to a point where I'm able to do this shit full time for you guys, if that was the case, I would stream every other day. I stream every couple of days. I would stream regularly at that point, because if I didn't have to go to work, I could genuinely probably have videos out easily once a week. And still have enough time, like, breaking? Well, yeah, having a break. I would still have enough time to have breaks and shit throughout all of it. But, you know, I guess that's the dream for everybody, isn't it? Every content creator you see out there would love to be able to do the stuff they love for a living. No matter how much they say, oh, that's not their goal, that's not their goal. Deep down, that's a goal. Everybody's been hit by the whole idea of never having to properly work. I say properly work. Never having to work a job of... what's the best way to put this? Like, for example, never having to work retail again. Never having to go to a 9 to 5. You're your own boss. You make your own times up. That's the dream of everybody. Like I say, if anything's going to take me there, it's going to be my videos, my streaming, this world. It's all these culminations of these things. And I can't wait for the future. I really can't. I'm so excited. I think one of the things that excites me the most as well is that there are going to be bigger ideas in this world that I haven't even come up with yet. But the potential for there to be some big things is so exciting. And the idea of seeing projects done and seeing this entire world come together, it's why once obviously the majority of Oakswind's built, or whether I decide I want to take a break from Oakswind and go and build something else, depending on which way it goes, I'm going to have different towns and like smaller cities, other towns, villages. It's going to be all sorts throughout this world. Random builds out in the middle of nowhere with just a path leading to it or something. But it's all part of the fun, the creative process. But yeah, I've been rambling for a bit. I know that's kind of the whole point of stream, but I probably repeated myself about 7 times knowing my luck, but who cares? I am having fun, and that is all that I care about. How far was I going down? Oh Christ, so I've still got, what's that? So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've still got another 9 layers to go down, chat. Another 9 layers. God damn it. That's the majority of this mountaintop needs to go down another 9 layers. But again, this is fine because You know, I'm gonna be. Oh shit! I better go empty my inventory so I can fly. Thank you. Yeah, I'm back. How's it going? Welcome back, Zero. Hopefully, cookie making went well. Appreciate you coming back. We are just here working away. It was so funny. That's good then. As long as you had a good time, then all well and good. I'm gonna need more shulker boxes. Need some more shulks. Yeah, look, because I'm just digging through here and not picking anything up. Whereas this is all going to be valuable resource for me to use later. Yeah, glad you had fun. Sorry, I was basically just talking about some sappy shit and plans I have with this world and a bunch of other things. Like, one thing, I mean, I say again here, now you're here, Jan. One thing I am planning, and they know of this to a certain degree. We've talked about a couple of ideas. My partner is now helping me write the story for this world, the actual story book itself. And basically they themselves, not in terms of like turning this world into a server or anything, but they themselves story-wise are going to become quite a big and crucial part of this story. I shan't say too much on it at the moment because the idea is still in the old drawing board stages. But the idea is that they're going to be a bigger part in this story than maybe they initially realise. I think they know. I'm pretty sure they know, but how things are going to connect and stuff is... It's like, oh my god, the other night we were sat in a call talking about it, and we were trying to... We've started to write out the initial, like, I guess, prologue. Basically the idea of me coming, arriving here at these lands and looking out over the fields and stuff like that. That's what we've started to look into. But then some of the ideas that I was just speaking of in terms of them becoming a crucial, bigger, like, more crucial part of this story, we started talking about it, and then when we started to factor that idea in, we were both cackling at how fucking much sense a lot of the shit that I'd already wrote down idea-wise, or like certain story points, how much more sense a lot of the stuff made. We were fucking cackling over it because we were both kind of just looking at it like, oh, okay, well that works. It was so funny, man. I can't wait to share some of these story bits with you at some point, because what I think I might do is once we're writing out stuff, once we get to a point where, like, for example, a chapter may sort of like be like done, and like we've gone through revisions, we've rewrote parts, we are happy with how a chapter is, I might read small parts of it on stream. If you guys think that would be cool. So I can actually read to you guys the story that we're coming up with as we're coming up with it and finishing it. Dunk. What? Dunk. But yeah, I think it would be pretty cool. I think it would be so cool. Oh, one thing I can let on, and I think it's fine to let on about this small bit of information, is so obviously I've always had the idea that, oh, I've always had Cal. Cal has always been a person that's with me, a thing that's with me. Not anymore, he's not. And that is all I'm going to say on that. Is he is not going to be a thing that has always been with me, that I've always had ever since I was little. He's going to be a major part of the story as well in a certain way. And there's going to be a very interesting way of finding him and how we met and stuff like that. And It's stuff, again, I don't want to talk about yet, because first of all, we haven't got anything set in stone. In stone. Sorry. And second of all, again, you know, I don't want to spoil too much. I want to give you guys hints of stuff. I want to give you guys what some might call crumbs of lore, crumbs of things. And then maybe some point, once I'm happy with what we've come up with as a story and that, maybe I'll just read a couple of lines on a random stream. Maybe I'll make it a video series where I randomly just read through the story. Who the fuck knows? So, King, you want to be my knight? You want to be a knight? You want to be... Hang on a minute. What was the name I used in my Discord? Because I have... Wait, what? Do I have... First of all, do I have no mods on my... That was it. Knights of the Crown Table. Believe it or not, chat, actually, that's the name of my mods. Knights of the Crown Table. But you want to be a knight, do you? That's an interesting thought. It's an interesting thought. Obviously, being a knight, I can't necessarily... If you mean, like, that's what you want your, like, armor stand thing to be, absolutely, I can do that. Now, if you want to be in the castle, I'm going to have to wait to put you in. If you want to be a guard, like it depends on what you mean by knight. Whether you want to be like a knight, whether you want to be like a proper knight of the Crown Table, rather, because there's going to be different like layers and I guess different rankings is the best way I can put it. Knights of the Crown Table are my right hand men and women. They are my right hand go-to guys, and that is going to be saved for some of the most prestigious of prestigious people. Some of the biggest supporters around, which in all fairness, Zero, I can say you are one of those. You've been around for a while now. You are a very solid supporter. And you will definitely, because you were here before all this stuff started popping off. Get it? Get it? I'm saying this in future tense. You were here before this stuff started popping off. So you want to be within the castle, do you? You can be a trusty knight, that's not a problem. Give me a second. Zero. If I go here, go this. Wants to be a knight of the Crown Table. And then put that in brackets. Let me grab, where is it? There. Shift and that. There we go. Within the castle. Okay, cool. You are noted in the book. Because that's the thing as well that I haven't said yet. So for the Knights of the Crown Table, basically the majority of people within this world are straight up just going to have either different dyed leather clothing, or obviously if they're certain like normal, just regular knights, they're going to have like iron armor or whatever armor I decide to give them. My Knights of the Crown Table are going to have enchanted netherite armor with armor trims. And that I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it yet, but they're going to have armor trims. They might have armor trims all the same color, or I might let each specific Knight of the Crown Table choose their own color. So you guys are going to look the part as well as I do. You guys are going to look the part. Believe me, if I could make the entire of my netherite armor look gold, I would. Like gold with like the netherite trim. Maybe I can do that, because I don't want to wear gold armor. I know you can put gold trim on this, which is what I might do. I don't know. That's probably what I'll do. But I'll let them choose at a later date. Because I might also let them choose, once I've collected them all, what trim they want to use as well. So you can all have your own individuality to it. Obviously, the Knights of the Crown Table, if they want to have the same as another knight, by all means, so be it. I'm fine with that. I'm absolutely a-okay with duplicates on the Crown Table. Redstone trims. Can you do redstone trims? I didn't think... Hang on. Redstone... Oh, no, you can't see the trims from here, can you? You can just see the actual items. I wish it told you when you hover over them where you can find them. I didn't realize you can make redstone ones. That's cool. Yeah, definitely something to look into. I'm debating on whether I bother doing anything with my helmet though. I might just do like my leggings, chest plate, and boots, because I know at some point Don has offered to help me make it a data pack. So essentially, how Cal is on my head, or was on my head, I don't know if he still is, in FableNet or Botscraft, for you, those of you who remember it as Botscraft. Basically, I can have it like that. And in the survival world, in that server, I had it where basically I still had a fully enchanted netherite helmet on. But because we named it something different, I think we named it something different, it showed up, rather than being my helmet like this, there was no helmet, and it was just Cal above my head, but it still gave me the full protection of a helmet. So I'm going to be looking to try and do that eventually. Then Cal is always with me. Because it was either that, or I was going to try and turn Cal into a fucking totem of undying that I constantly carry in my offhand. But I also then realised how often I use my offhand, and that's just another inventory slot taken up. So I do not know yet, chat, is my honest answer. I do not know just yet how I'm going to work that in, but I've started to look a little bit more into the story of how Cal came to be, or how our meeting, should I say, took place. And that's currently an idea that's on the top of my frontal piece. Because I don't know whether I've ever said this before. But believe it or not, Cal... I know I've said this first bit before. Cal is... The idea for Cal's name came from the idea of Excalibur. That is his full name, is Excalibur. But obviously it's Excalibur. That is his name. So that's why he's Cal. But, believe it or not, the idea for Cal initially, the whole, like, sentient item type thing, that idea initially came from Sonic and the Black Knight. If anybody has played that game. The idea of him came from inspiration of Caliburn. If anybody has played that game and knows the sword, Caliburn, that is where the inspiration for Cal came from. So it's also taking a nod back to my massive Sonic nerd roots as well. Everything is a reference. That's the thing you should realize with me. 99% of things that I create and or do are probably a reference to something. Unless I've outright said this is completely new. It's probably a reference to something. It's like I've said this before as well. Project Elder City, the Elder King. The inspiration of that came from Phil's Atlantis. Which so many people go, oh, well, you've copied the idea. No, the whole point of ideas is that everybody has ideas. Everybody might like the same idea. But it's how, first of all, it's how you execute that idea. Second of all, it's how you take an idea and make it your own and tweak it. That is when you start going from stealing to taking inspiration. And that's what I'm doing. Like I say, Project Elder City is inspired by Filza. Filza has his thing where the Ender King was underneath the end, and he sort of like banished himself there, and obviously that's where he is. My idea was, rather than banishing himself because of his mistake, the inspiration took that, and I turned that idea into, he didn't banish himself, he was trying to protect the End from the Wither King, and in doing so fuse his remains with the End Island to create and preserve life within the End. And that's where that story comes from. Again, there's so many different references and stuff, which I'm so happy with the idea for the Elder King. And the fact he's giant as well. Like, I've always said this, the size that you see the Elder King in this world isn't even a fraction of the size he was. When he was his full size, he used to use fucking... the size End Island that we have built, the custom one, islands of that size he used to use as fucking stepping stones. But as they got older and time went on, their magic started to diminish a bit. They shrunk. Well, the Elder King specifically shrunk when he gave up the rest of his power to preserving the life of the End, which is why he merged himself with the island. That's why I'm going to be building. If I can figure out a good way of doing it, it may take a bit of redstone knowledge for it. I'll have to figure that out. An actual beating heart of Skulk in his chest, which I'm going to be calling the Heart of the End, because now this is it's gonna sound really fucking cheesy. The Elder King was the heart of the End. I'm bringing the soul of the End back. So with me and the Elder King working together, the End is going to have, the End and all the realms are going to have the heart and soul of a hero back. And that is where the whole idea comes from. I know it's very cheesy. I love how fucking cheesy it is. But me and the Elder King are going to be the heart and soul of hope in this world. Whilst his remains... because obviously eventually the Elder King's magic will pass on. He is just hoping, he's trying to get me to help him, because he knows that his power's fading, and eventually the Elder King will completely pass on and just become, basically he'll become a monument. His heart eventually will stop beating. Now that doesn't mean that the city will fall, because all he's doing with, when he say preserving life, he's trying to protect what's left of the End, to like protect it from the Wither King. But once the Wither King is defeated and the other evils that I'm going to be looking into have been taken care of and peace returns to the land, the Elder King can finally rest. Officially and finally rest. And at that point, I'm pretty sure I'm going to do a thing where his eyes are going to stop glowing, his heart will stop beating, and he will just turn to stone. His remains will just turn to the stone that they are now, and that's where he will remain. He will remain a pillar of support holding up that city. When I say cheesy things, as in they're very like cliche, they're very like not predictable as such, but like I don't like it's just, when I say cheesy, it's the sort of stuff where like in a romance book somebody would go, oh, I love you more than life itself, I love you forever and forever, and people would go, oh god, that's such a cheesy line. It's so cliche is basically what it means. But that's almost exactly what I'm... Typical, yeah, typical's another way of saying it. It's a very typical thing for people to do, is another good idea of cliche is big strapping superhero comes in, saves the day, beats the villain, saves the girl, saves the guy, whatever it might be. That's cliche. I'm going to be leaning a lot into cliches whilst also thinking the most outside the box I physically can. there might be twists within this world and within this story that you may not even have seen coming. And I just can't wait to get more of it written. Well, the only issue is I can't write more of it until we can't really write. We can write like the first few chapters, but then once it gets to a point where, okay, I've built. Once the story, that bit of the story's written, not a lot can continue until I've built things, because technically the ideas aren't solidified in stone until I finish building them. Hell, even once I finish building them, I may think of a better idea one day, come back and change something. Once the full story's written, obviously that's what the story is. But if the story's in the draft and then I think of a better idea, I'm gonna fucking change it. Like, that's the good thing about the creative process for things like this, is nothing you say initially has to be taken as gospel. You can change and wait. Wait. Sorry, I looked at chat. You can change and develop things as you go. You might love an idea one day, come next day and think, oh, I fucking hate that idea. That's fucking stupid. And that's when, especially with the freedom of a game like this, that is when I would then go, oh, actually, I hate this build. I'm going to go in and tear it down in its entirety and build it again from the ground up. And by that point, I'll be a better builder, I'll be a better creator, and I'll go, okay, I know exactly what I wanted to do here. I can throw this in, it's going to look like this, and it just works. Because I then have the necessary experience behind me. And that's really all it is me doing this. As much as it is, like I say, my magnum opus, my big project, this is me putting my skills to the test. To see, I don't even know truly if I'm going to be able to finish this world. I don't know if I'll ever truly be finished with it. That maybe there will always be things I can add, but there will be places where I'll get to where I can be happy with it. Maybe I release a world save that at that point I go, okay, no, I'm happy with this chapter of the story being done and built. I'm going to release this chapter as a world save and then let people go and explore it. And then eventually when it's all done, it will be the complete saga. You know, all of the tales, everything. It's exciting. The creation process is so fucking exciting. It really is. How much dirt have I mined in this world out of curiosity? A lot. 58,000, almost 58,500 normal dirt. And almost 114,000 grass. It's on its way to overtaking stone soon. Man, to be fair, I haven't just looked at statistics in a little while. General. Chests open, just over 23,000. Barrels opened, over 1,000. Armor pieces cleaned. What does that mean, cleaned? Cake slices eaten. 0, which is a lie. It doesn't mean like the cake slices from the mod. It means like how many times have I right-clicked a cake, basically. Damage dealt. I've almost dealt 100,000 damage in this world. Flown by Elytra, 11,000 kilometers. Almost 11,500 kilometers. Games quit. I've left the world fucking 814 times. I've jumped 800,000 times. I have... Really? Huh. Oh, piglins. I was thinking 221,000 mobs? Oh, it might be, yeah. But no, 221,000 killed. It's my fucking gold farm. Time with world open, 86.202 days. Time since last death was 2 days. Yeah, fair enough. The thing I don't get right, time with world open and time played. Does that mean that that's the time that I've actually been moving and doing stuff, and the rest of that, to make the difference, is my AFK time in this world? So if that's the case, I've almost AFK'd half as much as I've built on this world. Wait, no, not half as much. It means I've AFK'd almost the exact same amount. Because time of world open will be my time played as well. Interesting. Time slept in a bed, 1149. Time played, targets hit. I haven't actually made a target block in this world. Raid 1? Did I do a raid? I do not remember doing a... Oh yeah, rage triggered 1, there you go. Plants potted, nice. Player kills 0. Number of deaths 3. Sag. If you saw the most recent video, you know why that's now 3 and not 2. Which still fucking sucks, by the way, but it is what it is. About mobs. Let's look at the mob. You know one thing I do want to know. Enderman, I've killed 12,683. That's not what I'm after. Wait, where are the zombie pigmen? No. Where'd it go? Piglins. Wait, what? Squids. Wait, so how skeletons? Yeah, I know I've killed a lot of skeletons because I had a skeleton farm. "20 ender dragons. Love that. Bunch of drowned, bunch of creeper. Creeper killed me 1 time. That's how I fucking died in the last video. Fun fact, I think that is actually the only mob to ever kill me in this world. Every other time that I've died in this world, the other 2 times have been from what? Oh, one I think was full damage. I think. Wait, no. No, both times were because I was showing off in a Discord call my custom built end island, and I flew down a little too steep at the time, and I hit the floor too hard and died. Exploded on the fucking spot. I think I did that twice. I know that I have a sign in this world for when my first death was. Like I say, there's a bunch of stuff eventually I want to put into like a full-ass museum type deal. But no, I think you could be right. Clean could mean that, yeah. Let's just dig this around quickly. Just so it doesn't look too jank. Even though it's going to look jank for a fucking while. Whoops. Did not mean to dig into the floor here. There we go. Because now I want to cut this around. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to, like, hill this back bit a little bit more. So I can just sort of cut out all the bits that I'm bringing down. Because I feel like the castle... to be fair, I don't think the castle will be brought out this far. But it definitely will probably come back over this part. Probably to the edge of where the stone is. Maybe. This is a mega castle after all. Most of the other castles I'm going to build in this world are going to be way smaller. This is meant to be like a fully functional, like I could walk through and have a massive hallway where I've got like massive supporter things in to show off the people that have like some of the people that massively supported the world. Things that are more like functional, like say proper kitchen. I want to make a fully furnished kitchen in the castle somewhere that I can go in and bring all my ingredients into, and then go, okay, I want to learn this cookery mod, I want to learn this, I want to learn that. I'm going to make this here, I'm going to keep all my food here. Eventually, we will probably get rid of Cow Island. Maybe we'll tear it down, maybe I'll build a lighthouse out on it or something along the sort. I don't know exactly what yet. But that's the joy of this world. I don't have to decide that now. I could decide that fucking a few years down the line. And it legitimately doesn't fucking matter. Right, 1 second, chat. Haven't heard from partner all day. Just checking if they are okay. Thinking I'll go make a phone call, BRB. Okie dokie, Zero. No worries. And that is that one full up. Damn. I'm filling up these chests much faster than I initially thought. But like I say, it's a lot of resources that I'm going to need eventually. So I don't mind collecting these whilst I'm going. Right, let's bring this over. Let's get rid of all this on top. Collect grass. Right, so now I continue bringing this around. There we go, let's bring it out. And then back a bit. Just to make the land sort of look at least a little bit, a little bit more, I guess, smoother, whilst I'm tearing the rest of it down. This is so satisfying, by the way, chat. I hope you realise this. It's just started raining, I can tell. Did the playlist end? Yep. Hang on, chat. Oh, there's literally no other playlist after this. Alright, back to the beginning then. It was just two lovers sitting in the car, listening to Blonde, falling for each other. Sorry, chat, just checking something. Good shit, brother. Good shit. Right, what was I doing? 1 second, chat. I'm just having a sip of my drink. Make sure you guys are staying hydrated as well. I'm not gonna lie, chat. I'm thinking of maybe starting to use face cam again. I don't know. Maybe not, actually, now I'm thinking about it. Or maybe that's a thing that I only use for streams and keep it out of videos. Maybe. I don't know. I'll have to think a bit more. I feel like if I... Actually, no, because I feel like if I showed my face off again, like a bunch more and using face cam, I feel like it would break immersion with the story. So we might stick it as it is. I'm going to need more boxes. And to repair my tools again, goddamn. Ooh, careful. Didn't you go fucking anywhere, you bastard. Knocking shit, chat, knocking shit. How long have I been live? Almost 2 hours. Because I might wrap up soon, chat. I might, when I stream, I might, it depends on like what we're doing on the day as well. But I might start doing it in such a way where I'm, rather than trying to stream for like hours and hours and burning myself out, I might genuinely just trying to cut it at like 2-3 hour streams again. And my brain was trying to get to a point where I could like stream for a good amount of time. But I'm also kind of just in the mentality now of, if I want to do it, I'm going to do it. If not, I won't. So I might just try and stick with, if I can try and get into a point next year, I say of doing regular, if I stream, I want to try and stick it to only 2 hours, around 2 hour mark. Because then that gives me enough time to do other shit I want to do. If I want to hang out with people in the evening, I can hang out with people in the evening. It's not taken away from any of that. I can do everything I want to do and keep it that way. But yeah. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the stream so far anyway. Like I say, probably going to be wrapping up within the next sort of like 5 minutes or so. Get as much of this knocked back as I can. Dig. I came to dig, 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 dig. Give me some space to remove my pick. Hey, stop being such a stupid bitch. There we go, get rid of all the dirt on this layer. How many are we at now? 150, almost 116,000. I've almost mined another 1,000 dirt. Here, get back. There's so much dirt and shit to pick up. Dirt. Boop. Boop, boop, boop. Right, get rid of that. Right, chat. I think with that, that is me stream-wise done for today. We have literally just filled chests full of digging materials, but they're all going to be used later at a different date. So I'm happy with that. I've still got a lot more work to do, as you guys can quite obviously see. I've got a lot more to bring down. It needs to come down to that level there, and it's still up here. It's got a fair old bit to come down. But I plan to rebuild the mountain anyway, up and around it, and terraform it all anyway. Because there's still going to be city that's going to be brought around here as well, so, you know. But with that all being said, chat, we're going to head back over to the just chatting. Gravy Man is live, / raid nominal, gravy, oh, gravy, great, gravy, fuck's sake, nominal gravy. Let's go see Gravy Man, chat. But I'm going to thank you guys so much for watching. You've all been absolutely incredible. Again, thank you very much for your support this year. If I do not see you again before, which I probably won't see you before, have a wonderful Christmas, have a wonderful holiday season, everybody. I might see you again before I go away on holiday, but if I do not, guys, be good to each other, be good to yourself, be good to those around you. Good things will come your way. Have a wonderful rest of your holiday season. Have a wonderful new year. And I will see all of you loyal subjects in the next one. Go show Nom some love. Take care and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your year. And I'll see you in 2024. Take care, everybody.